This is the Business Experience Show, where we connect those who want to know more about digital marketing, social media, and business strategy with entrepreneurs who are succeeding in today's marketplace. Follow our blog, join our online network, or connect with us at thebusinessexperienceshow.com. And now, your host, Lisa Caprelli.
Welcome to the Business Experience Show. With me is co-host Brian Gaps. Joining us in studio is Houston-based oil land management company owner Ramon De Hoyos of Resources. Welcome, or should I say howdy, Ramon?
Howdy, Brian. Lisa, thank you for having me on today.
Hi. So you've got to tell us, what is oil land management? I'm not familiar with that.
So pretty much what my company does is we do all the preliminary work for oil and gas companies. If you have a small mom-and-pop gas company, or if you're a big name like Shell or EOG, and you want to drill in Texas, my job is to go in and do all the groundwork, find out who the mineral owners are, and do leasing for them, and so they can come out and do the exploration part.
So it really doesn't work, the Beverly Hillbillies, where you shoot the gun and it.
Unfortunately, no, you can't. It doesn't come out that easy. No, it's we go through each county, wherever your target area is, and we go through county records. Find out go through all the deeds and conveyances from property, and find out who's retained mineral ownership, and find out who the current mineral owner is from their heirs and successors. Get them to sign an oil and gas lease, and move forward from that. We show them a little bonus consideration when they sign an oil and gas lease, and we have their permission to go ahead and start exploring on their property.
So how far back does that as far as records will go?
Well, back into the 1800s, when the governor of the state of Texas, gave a patent of land to an individual, they gave them off a block of 600, 700, 800 acres, back maybe leagues, and they would start conveying land off, and then they can start reserving their mineral rights. So you can have as early as 1920 mineral reservation. They could keep half their mineral rights, keep it for their heirs and their successors, and pass it down and convey it with the remaining surface of the property.
What made you get into the oil and gas business, Ray?
Living in Texas, it's always been a lucrative industry. When I graduated from Texas A&M, I had a buddy that lived outside of Tyler who was a petroleum landman working out there, and he offered me a position with his brokerage. He was doing the GIS mapping out there, and I decided to say, why not? And I've been doing that ever since, and a couple years ago decided to make the move to Houston. Made the move to Houston, one of the best decisions I have made, and now I had the opportunity to start my own company, and now everything's rolling pretty smoothly.
So having the entrepreneurial spirit, what does being an entrepreneur mean for you?
It means trying to go out and make the best possible future for yourself. You have to rely on yourself for tomorrow. It's not every day you're going to be able to guaranteed a paycheck. So you have to go out and fight for, not necessarily fight for your own, but go out there and work and hustle for your own. And just the overall experience that comes with that, the satisfaction, it's worth it in itself.
What type of people are your clients? Are they people who own property and have the mineral rights? Is that?
So, since I do a little bit of the land management, and I also do outside investing. I have clients who are small oil and gas companies who want me to do land management work for them. They want me to go out and do title work, lease checks, do a lot of due diligence projects. And then I have your typical investor who would like to invest within the oil and gas industry, whether it be for the lucrative tax breaks or whether it be just to increase their portfolio. So I have individuals, I have small oil and gas companies, a little bit of everybody.
Let's talk about small businesses. You've said to us before the show, small businesses who are investing and finding the opportunities in oil and gas.
Absolutely. Right now, the tax breaks, that's what everyone's going towards and leaning towards oil and gas industry. Intangible drilling costs are 100% write-off, so that's usually about 3/4 of your initial investment. And then you can take that extra 25% and write that off in a 7-year schedule. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, initially, 100% of your investment within the oil and gas industry is a tax write-off, which is a great advantage.
So you get to write that portion off of that investment before it even starts paying out.
You can write that off in the first year, as long as the drilling will commence 90 days after the first calendar year.
What do people not know about your business?
What do people do not know about my business? They don't understand that I go out and probably search through county clerk's records, going through old deeds, old records, old documents, just trying to dig through family lineage if for mineral rights.
This is fascinating, some of this stuff, because you grow up hearing this, but you never really understand. So I assume oil wells, you just drill straight down for the most part.
Yeah, there's different ways you can attack or drill a well. You know, you can go vertically or you can go horizontally. A lot of my clients, we drill small little vertical wells, but we line them with 8-inch casing so we can convert them to a horizontal play later. You know, we come in straight vertical little well so we can know if it's going to be producing at a decent rate. Opportunity at a later date to convert it to a horizontal well, and that we can expand the pay zone.
So once you drill down and you've tapped that resource, now you can branch out at that level horizontally.
Absolutely, and also once we drill a vertical well, we know what it's producing. It makes our lease area that we have more valuable. So we might be able to sell the whole prospect off to a big oil and gas company, or we continue to develop it as it is.
And you say oil and gas, and is natural gas, is that a byproduct of
natural gas?
Space?
Natural gas lies right above the oil. So, for example, a well that we just drilled a couple of weeks ago, it's shooting off 300 to 500 MCFs right now, which means it's a byproduct. It's just what we're going to do is try to pipeline it, make money off of that until we can start producing the oil. Because
when one of them hits, sometimes they hit.
Oh, absolutely. Once they hit, that just increases value to all the leases that you have around you. So, you like I said, like I mentioned previously, you could possibly flip some of this leases to a bigger oil and gas companies, and they'll pay a higher premium because they see the possible rate of return off the production that you just currently hit.
Out here on the West Coast, obviously the big glamour business is to be in movies and invest in that. But investing in oil and gas just sounds cool.
It does. I mean, at least I think it does. But not only that, it's become a science now. I mean, everyone's drilling great wells now. I mean, the success rate's really high. You're not really coming across that many companies that are drilling dry holes.
And I read that you help change lives in the sense that you explain that.
Absolutely. So some of the work that I've been doing is whenever you develop a prospect, you start leasing land. You pay mineral owners for consideration for a lease, and sometimes it's a couple $1,000s. Sometimes it's it's a big, enormous amount, and you really, family members that never knew that they had mineral rights, you're cutting them a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 check. That can definitely change things around for them, especially if they do have children or if they do have family members in need. So I know some small cities in East Texas, we help stimulate the economy, which I think is pretty cool.
So there's many companies doing what you do that are oil and gas. What is Resources LLC?
What makes me different?
Yeah.
The one-on-one you get with me. Everyone that I work with is professional. We're all a team. From my clients, I love working with them because they're hands-on. I can pick up my phone and just talk to them.
So tax breaks, which is one of the huge advantages of investing in oil and gas. Does every CPA in the country know how amazing that is?
I wish they did, because that means that my website would be blowing up, my email blowing up. But no, it's if you're interested in investing in the oil and gas industry, just look into the huge tax breaks. Like I said, 3/4 of your initial investment on intangible drilling costs is completely 100% written off, and that 25 remaining percent could be written off in a 7-year schedule. So at the end, it's 100% write-off.
And it's not for everyone.
No,
and you write that on your website.
Absolutely, it's not for everybody. I mean, it's high risk. No matter what, it's not. It's not your common everyday, investing in, the stock market or anything else. What we do is different, but at the same time, our rate of return is high. We're drilling wells for anywhere from, $400, $500, $600, $700 to $1 million, and, they're coming up, making what the barrel is right now is at, at $94, $95. If we're making 100 barrels a day, that's $9,400 a day. At a 7-week day, that's what, $66,000. At a year, calendar 12-month year, that's $3.1 million. I mean, you can make a great return on your investment.
Ramon, thanks for stopping by. You are definitely our first Texas oil man on the show.
Awesome.
Any last words?
No, just I thank both of y'all for having me on, and anyone out there that's listening, please feel free to reach out to me if you decide to invest within the oil and gas industry. and I guarantee you would have no regrets.
Do you have a free initial consultation?
Always free initial consultation. Always free. Anyone that's that say they're referred by you, free.
For more information about Ramon De Hoyos from Razor Resources, you can simply go to RazorResourcesLLC.com. Thank you.